In a world obsessed with blending, with the comfortable camouflage of compromise, we often forget the searing truth that some substances, some souls, are fundamentally immiscible. What happens when the relentless black of a life forged in fire encounters the pristine white of a purpose dedicated to purity? Is true harmony born from friction, or from an unyielding respect for essential, unalterable nature? This is a story of two lives, two callings, and the stark revelation that some truths, like fire and fabric, are never meant to intertwine. Elias, the last true artisan of the city's ancient charcoal pits, lived as a ghost among the living. His world was a realm of perpetual twilight, a subterranean cathedral of heat and shadow where the very air was a fine, pervasive dust of carbon. His hands, gnarled and powerful, bore the indelible mark of his craft, a deep, almost iridescent black that clung to skin, hair, and even the worn canvas of his clothes. He stoked the subterranean kilns with a monastic devotion, transforming raw timber into the purest, most concentrated fuel. His isolation was profound, a self-imposed exile dictated by the relentless demands of his trade and the social stigma of his perpetual grime. He ate alone, slept alone, and the only conversations he had were with the hungry roar of the furnaces and the crackling whispers of the burning wood. One frigid morning, a stranger arrived in the outer fringes of the old industrial district, a man named Silas, a master fuller. Silas brought with him not the acrid stench of industry, but the crisp, clean scent of fresh linen and the faint, earthy aroma of natural dyes. He established his humble workshop near Elias's silent, smoke-wreathed abode, drawn by the proximity to the clean river water essential for his craft. Silas was a man of meticulous order, his workspace a testament to pristine cleanliness, every bolt of fabric meticulously bleached, scoured, and brushed until it gleamed with an almost ethereal luminescence. His hands, though calloused from the rhythmic pounding and stretching of cloth, were remarkably free of blemish, a testament to his constant vigilance against any speck of dirt. Elias, witnessing Silas's painstaking dedication from the smudged windows of his dwelling, felt an unfamiliar stir of kinship. Both were artisans, both dedicated to transforming raw material into something essential. And as the bleak winter deepened, a profound loneliness, a cold deeper than any external frost, began to settle upon Elias. He saw Silas, diligent and solitary, and a peculiar thought took root: perhaps here was a companion, a fellow traveler in the arduous journey of solitary creation. One evening, under a sky bruised purple with the fading light, Elias ventured out, his form a dark silhouette against the snowy ground, and approached Silas's lantern-lit workshop. "Friend," Elias's voice was a low rumble, unaccustomed to prolonged speech, "the nights grow long, and the city, colder. I have a hearth, simple as it is, and space enough for two. Our solitude is a shared burden, perhaps our expenses could be too. Join me, share my home. We might find solace in company." He extended a charcoal-stained hand, a gesture of unexpected warmth. Silas paused, his eyes, keen and intelligent, scanned Elias's soot-laden figure, then flickered to the immaculate bolts of fabric drying on racks. He saw not a man, but the embodiment of the charcoal dust that permeated Elias's very being. The proposal, though well-intentioned, struck a dissonant chord. His life was a constant battle against impurity, against any speck that might mar the pristine whiteness he painstakingly achieved. The very thought of sharing a living space, a hearth, with such an omnipresent source of blackness sent a shiver down his spine. "Elias," Silas replied, his voice gentle but firm, "I thank you for your generosity, a kindness not often found in these harsh lands. But I cannot. My craft, you see, demands an absolute, uncompromising purity. Every fiber I touch, every garment I finish, must be unsullied. To share a roof with the very essence of charcoal, to wake each morning knowing my life's work would be systematically, irrevocably, blackened, it would be a betrayal of my purpose. It would be a surrender to the very thing I strive against. Some things, my friend, simply cannot coexist, not without one irrevocably altering the other. And neither of us, I suspect, is willing to be changed in such a fundamental way." Elias stood in silence, the weight of Silas's words settling upon him. He looked down at his own hands, forever dark, then back at Silas, whose hands, though capable, were immaculately clean. The gap between them was not one of disdain, but of destiny. It was the chasm between fire and water, shadow and light, a fundamental, unyielding difference that no amount of goodwill could bridge. He nodded slowly, a profound understanding dawning upon him. He turned and walked back to his dark hearth, the roar of his furnaces suddenly sounding less like lonely beasts and more like the constant, unyielding pulse of his own, unchangeable truth. This isn't merely a tale of two trades, it's a profound meditation on the essence of self, the integrity of one's purpose, and the often painful recognition of fundamental incompatibility. In our modern rush for connection and harmony, we sometimes overlook the intrinsic nature of individuals and their chosen paths. How often do we, like Elias, seek to bridge unbridgeable gaps, hoping that sheer proximity or good intention can erase core differences? And how often do we, like Silas, face the dilemma of choosing between perceived social pleasantry and the unyielding demands of our authentic selves? True integrity isn't about compromise for the sake of companionship, it's about honoring the indelible charcoal or whiteness that defines us, even if it means walking a solitary path. To force a blend where one truth irrevocably corrupts another is not harmony, it is erasure. Consider the charcoal and the linen. One brings warmth and transformation through fire, the other, purity and beauty through meticulous care. Neither is superior, yet they cannot share the same intimate space without one annihilating the other's essence. What parts of your own truth are you asked to blacken for the sake of belonging, or whiten for the sake of acceptance? The true wisdom lies not in forcing a union, but in understanding and respecting the unyielding boundaries of authentic self, for within those boundaries lies your truest strength.